So, where are the people who are ready to stop playing small? Where are the people who are ready to play bigger, to set their sights on higher, and you're ready to go after more? If that's you, I need you to listen to this live because I am ready and I am here. I got up out my bed on this good Sunday morning because I've been given an assignment today. I've been given an assignment to help those who are ready to go bigger, to play bigger, to set their sights on higher. I've been given an assignment to help those who are ready to really step into their full potential and to see things in a different way. So, and if you think I'm playing, check emails. I sent an email out to people as well. I want to help you today. Today, I want you to think about what it means for you to play bigger, what that looks like. And I also know the fear that surrounds that. And because I know what that fear looks like and what that fear feels like, I want to help to walk you through that. I want to help you to see that whatever you're dreaming of is possible. Are you even dreaming a bigger dream? Today is Sunday, December 1st. It's the first day of the week. It's the first day of the month, and it's the last month of this year. We're in a new season, and I want to help you to step into this new season as a new person with a new dream, with bigger ideas and bigger possibilities. And I want to do this for you. But the question is, are you willing to accept help? See, a lot of times we will pray and we will ask for help, but then when the help comes along, we don't want to receive it. We will let fear and doubt keep us stuck and pull us back. And I want us to not do that today. I really want us to not do that today. I want you to be brave today. And I want you to be willing to say what it is you want and what it is that you need and expect to receive that thing. Can you do that for me? If you're with me live, give me a hey, what's up, what's going on? And if you're catching this in the replay, give me a hashtag replay. I want you to be brave today. And I'm going to ask something of you. I am. And those who are ready, they're going to be able to follow through. And it's a simple ask. First of all, I want to know, what is it that you're dreaming of? What is it that you believe that you can have, should have? What is the higher sight that you have set? What would it take for you to play bigger? And my next question is, how can I help? How can I help? Are you willing to tell? And are you willing to receive the help? Anybody who's listening right now, I'm so serious. Like, I'm not joking. I'm not playing with you. And I'm not trying to give you any type of, like false sense of security or anything. If you're really serious, DM me right now. DM me on Instagram, DM me on Facebook, leave me a comment on YouTube, or check your email if you're on my email list. I sent you an email this morning. Reply back to that email. Tell me how I can help. See, a lot of times we ask for help, but we're not willing to receive the help. We're not willing to receive the help because we want to just stay stuck. I don't want you to stay stuck. As a matter of fact, I was laying in my bed and I was laying there and it just came to me, you need to get up and go do a live. You need to see how you can help some people get unstuck today. It said you need to be a blessing to people. You need to help them and see if they'll be willing to receive the help. See who's willing to take the action, who's willing to take the step. Because let's talk about how do we stop playing small? And how do you step into your full potential? Because a lot of it is we need to do to get to the level that we're at. And now that we're at that level and we're ready to do something different, we're afraid of failing. We're afraid of messing up. We're afraid of what people are going to think. We have all of these fears, and I understand those fears. I really do. I understand those fears. That's why I want to help you and support you. I want to give you a bit of guidance to make it a little easier for you. Takeoff is always going to be just a little rough, and that's okay. But once you get into the air, once you gain your momentum, you will see that the ride is a whole lot smoother. But you got to stop starting and stopping. You cannot keep starting and stopping, starting and stopping. Keep saying, I want to do this. I want to do this. Keep complaining about your current situation. Hey, Camille. Hey, Camille. How are you today? So I want you to ask yourself, are you ready to stop playing small? And are you ready to step into your full potential? And if you are, that means that you're ready to get out of your comfort zone. That means that you're willing to challenge yourself to really achieve more than you ever thought possible. What do you believe is possible for you? What is it that you believe is possible for you? And it also involves giving yourself some reminders of the strength and accomplishments that you've had already. What are some of the things that you've done that are absolutely amazing? What are some of the awards that you've won? What are some of the compliments that you've been given? What is it that makes you stand out? Why do people call you? What is it that they come to you for? Think about that. That's because you have something that's valuable. You have something that's valuable. You got to build your self confidence, and that's how you're going to be able to take on your bigger challenge. Some of you are like, some people will tell me, I don't know what I need. I don't know. I just want to get started. Well, I can tell you some of the things that you need to get started. First of all, you got to get clarity on what it is you want to do. And sometimes we don't know what it is we want to do because we've been doing the same thing for so long. So you first got to get clarity on what it is you want to do. And sometimes you need other people to help you to brainstorm and to find the idea that really makes your soul tingle, that brings you real excitement. And once you find that, then you got to put some things in place and take some steps forward. So we got to get clarity around the message. We got to understand who our client, who is this for? Who are the people that need this, and where do I find them at? A lot of people tell me how they don't know how to get clients, and it's because you're just sitting back saying, I don't know how to get clients, when you need some real concrete strategies on how to get clients. But you also got to know who is your client and where can you find them at. And then once you know where they are, then you either have to go to that location or send emails or however it is you're going to communicate with them. But I really want us to think about, what is it that we have strength in? What is it that we're really good at? What are the things that people are calling us for? Camille says, oh yes, I'm caring and compassionate. I have great ideas that are original and push people to the next level. That's amazing. And there's so many things that you can do with that. Like, there are so many things that you can really make happen with that. And so when you think about, like, what would be your next level? You're already doing a thing now. What would be the next thing that will push you to the next level? What is the next idea that you have, or the next big goal that you have for yourself? And many times we don't have one because we've been taught to stop dreaming. We've been taught to just stay in the present, stay in the reality of where we are. You got to get back into the dream, and you got to be willing to dream, but you also have to be willing to accept help and ask for help as well. So I want you to really think about, what if you, so think of your life like a poker game. Any of you all play poker? Do you play poker? So in poker, you can't really play it safe, because playing it safe will keep you in the game. But when you take those calculated risks, that's what leads to the big wins. So when you're playing poker and you're trying to play it safe, it's not really going to allow you to win. It's just going to keep you in the game. See, a lot of us are just in the game of life. We're just there. We're not trying to win. We're not trying to have an amazing life. We're not trying to live the life of our dreams. We're just trying to show up. Look at Dr. Shipley. Hey there. Hey, good morning. Good morning, Dr. Shipley. And so I want to know, like, are you dreaming? Did you stop? Are you willing to have a new dream, a bigger dream? Why is it that we can only have one thing? Why is it that we can only have one dream? So again, I'm asking you, what is it that you want? And what is it that you feel that you need to get started? What is it that you feel you need to get started? Tell me in the chat. Put it in the comments. And even better, how can I help? How can I help? I am here today. I told you, I woke up. This was on my spirit. And so I'm obedient. And so I came and I said, okay, I'm going to do it. But you know what? The sad part is, a lot of people won't ask for help, and then the other portion won't receive the help. We want things, but we don't want to take action. We just want to talk about it. Good morning, Miss Keisha. Good morning. We just want to talk about it. We want to complain about it. We want to be mad about it, but we don't want to do anything about it. It's the first day of the month, the first day of the week, and the last month of the year. And you have a chance to step into this new year, into this new season in a different way, with a different understanding, with new opportunities and new ways to do things, with new connections, with new relationships. But what are you doing to make that happen? I sent an email out to my full email list. If you're on my email list, you've received that email. And it says, what are you dreaming for? What do you need help with? If you could have what you needed, what would it be? Reply back to the email. I'm telling the people who are watching me live, send me a DM. I have an amazing opportunity for you. But only those who are brave enough to respond, only those who will not let fear keep them back. Some people are saying, oh, it's a scam. Oh, she's just trying to trick us. Oh my God, I can't afford nothing she got. Oh my God, I don't know. No, I'm just going to wait. I ain't ready yet. This is how we continue to stay in the same position and not move out of that position. This is how we stay stuck, and this is how we don't get started. Because when an opportunity comes, when somebody tells you about a real opportunity, somebody says to you, I want to help you, we run the other way. We get scared, we allow fear to set in, and we run the other way. And you got to ask yourself, why is that? A lot of this is a trauma response, people. A lot of this is a trauma response. You know why? Another reason why I said, let me get up. First of all, it hit me in my spirit. And so I know that when I'm sleeping and something hit me in my spirit, I need to get up and I need to go do it. But then when I thought about it, you know what? Somebody did it for me. Somebody did it for me. Yep. And it was amazing. Somebody did it for me. But you know what I had to do? I had to be brave enough. I had to be big enough. I had to dream enough to ask and then to receive the help. And I was scared when I did it. That's why I'm here on live this morning at 9:35 a.m. Central Time, because I had to be brave enough to receive, to ask first, and then to receive it. I had to trust the other person. And see, it's a trauma response of over independence. It's a trauma response of wanting to do everything ourselves. It's a trauma response of believing that you can't trust anybody else. It's a trauma response of believing that you can't receive help from anybody else, because that's what we've had to do our whole lives. And I'm asking you to step out of fear. I'm asking you to put your guard down. I'm asking you to be a bit vulnerable. I'm asking you to really dream and to set your goals on something higher. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. You already have an idea of what it is you need to do. You maybe don't have full clarity. You maybe need a little guidance on how to move forward with it. You maybe don't understand how to package your program. Maybe you need some coaching around how to become that person. What is it that you need? Do you even know what you need? And if you don't know what you need, just say, I don't know what I need. Why is that so hard? When the person helped me, when they helped me, I simply said, I know what I know, but I don't know what I don't know. And so I'm trying to do this thing and I don't know how to move forward. And they were able to help me. And when the help came, I had to be brave enough to accept the help. And that's what I'm trying to tell you all. See, you're in, if even when I think about the metaphor of poker, too many of us are playing it too safe. Like, you're so scared to take a bigger risk. I'm trying to tiptoe you into taking a bigger risk so that you can see, oh, this is possible. So that you can see, oh, I can do this. So that you can see, oh, I get it now. Because right now you just got some confusion, you just got a little fuzz, you just got some stuff going on, too many ideas going. Maybe you are one of those people who think about a lot of thoughts at the same time, and so you got some stuff happening and you need somebody to come in and clear it up, give you clear direction, and show you how this works. Maybe that's what you need. I don't know what you need, but are you willing to ask? Are you willing to ask? Are you willing to be vulnerable? Are you willing to step out of your comfort zone? Are you willing to do that? If you're with me live, give me a hey, what's up, what's going on? If you're catching this in the replay, give me a hashtag replay. So I want you to really create a bigger dream for yourself. What is that dream? If you were working to your full potential, what would you be doing right now? What would your life be like? Where would you like for your life to be 1 year from now? On December 31st, 2025, what would you like to see changed in your life? How would you like to be living? What would you like to be doing? Take a minute and think about that. Today's December 1st. It's a beautiful opportunity to start a new dream. It's a beautiful time to start a new dream. It's a beautiful time to start a new dream. What would that be? December 31st, 2025. It's New Year's Eve. You're celebrating. What are you toasting to? What are you celebrating? What are the achievements and the accomplishments that you're celebrating that you achieved in 2025? What are those things? What are those things? If you could work to your full potential, if you could do the thing that you know that you really want to do and the thing that you love, what would that be? And then I want you to challenge yourself. This is the challenge that I'm giving you. And I'm giving it directly to you. I'm speaking directly to you. Send me a DM. DM me on Instagram. DM me on Facebook. DM me on YouTube. Put it in the comments. Tell me how it is you believe I can help. Do you believe I can help? What is it that you feel you need? What is it that you feel you need? Be willing to accept help. Be willing. And be willing to get out of your comfort zone. See, you can't continue to be the same person. The person that you are is the person who you needed to be where you are now. But in order to go to the next level, to play bigger, you got to take a bigger risk. You got to take a bigger risk. And sometimes we're so afraid of what the other person is going to say. And I know because I did it too. We're so afraid of what the other person is going to say. The first thing some of y'all are thinking is, how much is this going to cost? I don't know if I can afford that. I ain't got no money right now. You talk yourself out of all of your opportunities. Can you imagine how many opportunities you've had that you've let pass you by because you didn't even stop to investigate, because you didn't even ask the question, because you did not even show up? Think about that. When you're playing bigger, you take bigger risks. You go after the opportunities. When they come to you, you don't say, I'm going to wait till I'm ready. You got to be ready. Ready is a decision. It's a decision. Ready is simply a decision. You decide I'm ready, and then you take action. You step out of the fear. You step away from what it is that you've always been comfortable doing, and you take a risk. It's a calculated risk. It's not like you just walking with your eyes closed and go jump off a bridge. That's not what's happening. It's a calculated risk, okay? It's a calculated risk. And then I want you to just think about what it would feel like to achieve bigger goals. What are the bigger goals that you have for yourself? What are the things that you want to accomplish this month, in the month of December, and in 2025? I'm not talking about no New Year's resolution. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm asking you, what goals do you want to accomplish for yourself this month, in the month of December? What's one goal you want to accomplish for yourself in the month of December? And then what's a couple of goals that you want to accomplish in the year 2025? Now, goals are things that you can do on your own. Goals are things that you do on your own. You write it down, you put the steps to it, you follow through, the goal is accomplished. Bam. Easy peasy. You got to have a little discipline. You might need a little extra motivation, but goals can be accomplished on your own. However, when I ask you, what are you dreaming for? What are you dreaming of? What dreams do you have? Dreams require a little supernatural help. Yep. Dreams are bigger than goals. And you can't just write down the steps and do it. Dreams require a little supernatural help. And the way that you typically get the supernatural help is through somebody showing up. Through somebody showing up, through a relationship, through an opportunity. And this is the piece that y'all miss. I might be that person for you. I might be the relationship that you prayed for. I might be the answer or the puzzle to the problem that you're having. I might be the puzzle piece that's going to help you to solve the problem, but you don't know because you're too afraid to take a step. I want you to take a step, make a decision that you're ready, and then allow God to do some work for you. See, you want to have control of everything. Allow God to do a little work for you. Allow some things to open up for you. But you got to have a big dream. What's your big dream? I love it. Camille says she wants to close a contract. And see, now, when you say you want to close a contract, now stick with me here. Stick with me here. So, Camille, do you know the things that you need to do to close a contract? Put it in the comments. Do you know the things that you need to do to close a contract? Put in the chat, yes or no. Do you know the things that you need to do to close a contract? Put it in the chat for me, Camille. And then if the answer is yes, I want you to answer what's stopping you from doing those things each and every day. And if the answer is no, I don't know the things that I need to do to close a contract, then the next thing you need to ask yourself is, how can I find the things or learn the things that I need to do to close the contract? So Camille said, yes, she knows the things that she needs to do to close a contract. So let me ask you this, Camille. See, because this is a goal. Okay, so this is the difference between a goal and a dream. So Camille says she wants to close a contract by the end of the month. And she says she knows the steps that she needs to take to close a contract by the end of the month. Camille, be honest and tell us what's stopping you from closing a contract. See, because a lot of times there is something that's standing in the way. What is that thing that's stopping you? What is the thing that is stopping you from being able to move forward and to close the contract? Good morning, Care Cozy. Good morning. She said, this is a specific contract. Tomorrow we have a meeting and I'm hoping to close it. Okay, first I want you to change your language. First, Camille. Okay, let me go back. First of all, let me say congratulations. See, because she knows what she needs to do to close the contract. And she's done the thing. She has a meeting tomorrow, but she's still hoping. You got to step into it, Camille. You got to be excited. You got to be excited right now about the contract you closed. You got to step into the belief that I closed this contract. How exciting is it when you're signing your name on the contract and they're signing their name on the contract? How are you feeling when they say, let's go ahead and move forward with package B? How are you feeling when they say, let's get the dates on the calendar? What are you doing? How are you feeling? That's the way you should be feeling right now. That's how excited you should be right now. That is how you step into it. When you say, I'm hoping, hope is on one side, doubt is on the other side. So there is a level of doubt that you have, which is why you said, I'm hoping. You got to let go of the doubt. What you're thinking about some reasons why they might not close the contract. You shouldn't be focused on that. See, because you should only be excited about, I know I have what they need. We've already talked. I'm going to give them the solution to their problem. This is going to be an amazing opportunity. This is going to be good for the both of us. I can't wait to work with them. And then when you go into that meeting, that's the way you're going into that meeting. I'm so happy to be able to work in partnership with you. Thank you for sharing your time with me. Let's go ahead and get started about how we're going to make this work. You got to speak as if it is, not in that hoping and timid and maybe we can do this. No, you got to step into it. And so that's what it means to be her now. You can't go in if you're hoping, that means there's some doubt on the other side. And so you got to let that doubt go. You got to move forward. Camille says, I need to take action. Right. And so if you were able to get this meeting, so you were able to get one meeting, what's stopping you from getting two meetings? What's stopping you from getting two meetings? See, so this is what I mean. Sometimes we don't really know what we need, but we know that we have the things. And so there is somebody who I'm going to be the answer to their prayer. I'm going to help them. But they have to take an action. They got to reply to the email. They got to send me a DM. And they got to see how I can help them. but we let fear stop us. Camille says, true, let me change my mindset. And Camille, let's really step into this. What is the fear, Camille? Tell me, what is the fear? Because there's something that is holding you back. There is a fear because you have a meeting and you said it's a specific contract. It's tomorrow. We have a meeting and you need to take action. And so what is the underlying fear? What is the thing that's causing butterflies in your stomach, or that's leading you to believe that the outcome is not going to be what you desire? So let's put that in the comments for me. And then you have an opportunity already. This is what I mean by we build the moment. We have the momentum. You're going, but then we keep stopping and stopping and stopping. And every time you start, you have to start over. Camille has an opportunity tomorrow. Camille should be setting up and sending additional emails to other people who are in that same field that she's in. And so for Camille, she should be pitching that same thing to those competitors of that same organization, company, school, whoever she has that meeting with. And she should be using the fact that she has a meeting with this company, organization, or whatever, to use it as a bit of a leverage. And that sounds like when you call the next organization, hi, yes, I want to speak to Mr. So-and-so. I'm meeting over at so-and-so organization. I was trying to see if we could meet tomorrow as well. So that lets him know that, oh, I'm over here. I can be over here too. Kiara Cozy said, I bet it's because she knows her work so well. It seems too easy for her. So she thinks they'll see how easy it is for her, but it's not easy for them. They need her. At least that's what I think sometimes. That's so true. And so because it's so easy for us, we think that it's not as valuable when that's your superpower. That's your superpower. And because that's your superpower, that's why you should be paid well for it. Camille says, honestly, the fear is they have a proposal that is not the amount I know I'm worth. Okay. So you pitched it and it was at a lower rate. And now you're thinking that you need to increase the rate. And so my question would be, now you know I like to be totally transparent and honest. Most times you can't go up in rate, you can go down in rate. But if that package is not going to serve their needs, you might be able to add a few things on to help. She says, so it's being able to let them see my value and how I will bring the solution they need. And there's Melissa. Melissa, thank you so much for my Starbucks coffee. I had me a, what do you call it? A medicine ball. I had me a medicine ball from Starbucks. Thank you so much. I so enjoyed it. Camille says, it's being able to let them see my value. Okay, so that's another limiting belief that you have, Camille. So Camille is saying she needs to let them see her value and how it will bring the solution they need. Okay, this is what I want you to know, Camille. They don't need to see your value. When you show up and do your work, they already know your value. That's why they have the meeting with you. That's why they set up the meeting with you, because they understand the value. It's you who don't believe in your value. It's not them. It's you who are not believing in your value. They understand. That's why they went ahead and set up the meeting. They know that you have something that they need. It's your job to articulate what it is that they need, what it is your solution will do, the value that it will bring, the outcomes. Not talking about how many meetings you're going to have and how many people you're going to have in it. It's really talking about, here's your problem and this is where you're trying to get to. What have you tried before now? And let them tell you. See, a lot of times we over talk in these meetings. We talk, we do too much talking. The person who's asking the question is the person who's leading the meeting. And so when you ask the question, stop and be quiet. Let them answer. You might be taking a few notes and making a note about what you're going to respond to that. And so you want to know, this is what's the biggest challenge that you're having with this thing that you're doing right now. And then they're going to answer. And then you're going to say, well, what have you tried before now? What are some of the solutions you've tried before now? And then they're going to answer. And then you're going to say, so what would success look like for you? And then they're going to answer. They've already told you what success is going to look like for them. And then your response should simply be, this is absolutely amazing. This is exactly what we do. It seems like we're extremely aligned in the work that we do. In the program that I'm offering to you, it will XYZ. And it should be exactly what it is that they said. Yep. Melissa says, convince yourself about yourself before trying to convince anyone else. Absolutely. So you have to be totally 100%. You can't be hoping. Because again, on the other side of hope, there's doubt. And you're thinking that they need to see your value. You need to see your value. Even when I am offering things at a discount, when I'm doing things to help people, like today, I am really offering myself to help people. I am really giving people an opportunity to get unstuck. I am really like, no LOL. That doesn't mean that I'm less valuable. It was put on my heart to help people today. And so those who are brave enough, who will respond to the email, for those who will send the DM, for those who will send the message, I am going to offer to help them. And when I say, that doesn't mean that I'm less valuable. That doesn't mean that I am less valuable. I know exactly what I do. I know exactly how I help people. I know exactly what results I get people. I'm very clear on exactly what I do for people, how I elevate their lives, how their lives become they become unrecognizable. They get to live the life that they never even dreamed of. A lot of times when the ladies come in, they hadn't even dreamed of having that life. That is invaluable to give you peace. You can't pay for peace. To give you options, to be able to have opportunities. I understand how valuable that is, and I'm not expecting you or anybody else to try to make sure that I know my value, because I know my value. But again, for those who are ready to make a decision, for those who are ready to get unstuck, for those who are ready, that they know, and all you have to do is clearly articulate that you are the person and that you have the solution. For the people who are stuck, for the people who are trying to scale, for the people who are trying to figure out how to get their next contract, for the people who are trying to figure out how to get their first contract, for the people who are trying to figure out how to package their program, for the people who are trying to figure out how to price their program. I'm the person to help them do that. And I do it quickly. And just like Kiara Cozy said, that might be something that you're struggling with because you do it so effortlessly, you underbid, and you think that they will think that it's not as valuable when that's just not true. So Camille says, this is a brilliant talking point. I'm guilty of over talking and trying to prove my value. Yes. And see, that's part of that inner self work that we have to do. But we can't always be working on ourselves. We still got to close contracts, and that's okay. So that's why you have to have a strategy in place. When you know the questions that you need to ask, have them already written down. And then you ask the question, you be quiet, you let them answer, you listen to the answer. You listen to hear and not to respond. You need to listen to hear what it is that they're saying. You already know what the solution is to their problem. You already know how to solve their problem. So you don't have to be trying to figure that out, but you need to hear what it is that they're saying so that you can paraphrase it back to them. And then you don't have to prove your value. You've already proven your value in the work that you've done in the school system, in the classroom, with the clients that you've worked with. Camille is not new to this. Camille knows how to do this work. People come to Camille all the time. Camille is very aware that she offers some really good solutions, and she makes people think about things in a different way. So let me see. Melissa says, I realized how staying in a toxic work environment too long made me feel valueless. Absolutely. Yes. I had to rebuild my self-esteem for a long time to stop trying to convince people of my skill set and value. Yes, yeah, and it's so true. Like, and you know what? One of the strategies that I use for that, not that you need a strategy, Melissa, because you've already said that you have been doing that work, but I'm just saying for the people who may still be working on that work, that's one of the action steps that I gave y'all today. You got to surround yourself with the reminders of your past achievements. Think about the awards, the testimonials, and the positive feedback that you've received, and display it where you can see it daily. You know, sometimes we get so caught up in trying to make sure that our house is picture perfect. We get so caught up. Like, I tell people to put post-it notes on their mirror, and we're scared to put it on the mirror because it's gonna make the bathroom look bad. Let's think about that. And then I'll say, well, if you don't want to put it in your bathroom, put your cork board in your bedroom on the wall, and then you can post stuff on the cork board. Well, my bedroom is decorated, and that don't go with my decoration. You're not trying to do this. You're not trying to live a bigger life. You're not trying to live a bigger dream, because you're more concerned with the aesthetics of your house than you are with what you need to do to build your self-confidence, to build your self-esteem, and to, quite frankly, to remind yourself of who you are and how great you are. So, Camille, go, create a list of the awards, the feedback people have given you. Make a list of the people who you've helped. Y'all hear me talk about some of the people who I've helped. That's what helps me to remind myself how great I am. I have to remind myself. I have to remind myself that Claudisha closed a $136,000 contract. It was the most money she's ever made in her entire life. I have to remind myself that Anika closed a $58,000 contract and has closed many more. That Anthony closed a $75,000 contract within the first 33 months of working with me. I have to remind myself that Tamara was able to close her first $5,000 contract in the first 30 days of working with me. I have to remind myself of those things because, girl, you are a beast. You know how to do this work. You know how to help people. You know how to move them. You know how to get them going. And so you need to make a list of the things that you've done. I remind myself, you've worked at every level, elementary, middle, and high school and college. You've done all of that. I have to remind myself that you are a national board certified teacher, where only 1% of all teachers in the United States of America is that. You need to remind yourself of all of those certifications that you've gotten. So remind yourself. Thank you, Melissa. She says, you are the solution. Shine, girl, shine brighter. That's right. She is the solution. And you got to step into it. And Camille says, so true, Melissa. We've been pushed down, but Dr. D is amazing in helping us to overcome these limiting beliefs and bring us back back up. So I definitely, Melissa says she used dry erase marker, works on the mirror as well. I didn't think about that, but that is true. You can use the dry erase marker and just erase it off. And like things that we just don't take the time. A lot of times we just won't take the time to do the things that we need to do. Something as simple as affirmations. Even when I was in the school system, before I even thought about doing any of this, I didn't have time for no affirmations, y'all. My day was so booked. My day was so busy. I didn't have time to even take 10 minutes to stretch. I didn't have time to meditate. I didn't have time to do anything. An affirmation. I didn't have time to read a book for pleasure. I didn't have time to even go for a walk around the block because my schedule was so packed. Wake up, get dressed, get showered, get dressed, get out the house, get to school, stay at school all day, leave school, come home, cook dinner, get the boys' homework done, get clothes out for school the next day, talk to my mom, talk to my sisters. My day was so full. It was so packed. And you got to have strategies in order to be able to do the things that you need to do, because the truth of the matter is we all get the same 24 hours in a day. We all get the same 24 hours. The question just becomes, what are you doing with your 24 hours? And what I realized was I was so dedicated to the school system that I was giving them 10 of my hours every day when they only asked me for 8. And there's a lot of y'all who doing that. And then I was spending the time driving to work and driving home. And then we do all this extra stuff, volunteering and trying to help other people when we need to help ourselves. You can't even take 10 minutes to stretch your body in the morning. You can't even take 10 minutes to relax your mind and enter your day in an easy way through meditating. You can't even take 10 minutes to pack your lunch so that you have a good, healthy lunch. And so those are things that we really have to think about. I'm telling, why am I telling you this? I couldn't do affirmations when I was in the school system. I was too busy. I had too many things going on. I was doing too many things. I could not do, I didn't have time to do affirmations. Affirmation, I would have told you then, girl, ain't nobody got time for that. I got too many things. Or I would say I was going to do it and then wake up and get to doing something else. So we really have to remind ourselves, if you want to play bigger, if you want to dream bigger, if you want to do more, you got to surround yourself with reminders of all of those past achievements. Testimonials. Camille, you just worked with a woman who sang your praises. She was so happy for how you supported her. So you need to remind yourself of that. Write her name down on a piece of paper. Know the people who you've helped. Know what it is that they've said. What awards have you been nominated for? I was nominated for the Life Changer of the Year award. I was nominated for that. I didn't submit that. Somebody submitted it for me. And when I read what they said, how they said I was helping to change a full community, to change generations of families, I had to take a step back. I was like, you are right. I was like, oh my God, look at me. Look at what I'm doing. And I keep that nominate. I had to keep that nomination form. When they sent me the email with it in there, I kept that because that reminds me of what it was I was doing. When kids wrote me, I got a bin that has all of the little cards and all of the letters that the students sent me about how I was an amazing principal and how I changed their lives, and from parents. And this one lady, she was fighting custody. Her daughter died. She had custody of the grandkids, and the father was trying to get custody of the kids. And that is not my business, right? So I explained to her, that's not my business. All I know is that these boys show up to school every single day. They are clean, they have good manners, they are very respectful, they do their homework, they do not pose a problem. They've been here for 2 years. We have not had any issues. You've come in to talk to get resources for them. The best I can do is write a letter to the judge, letting the judge know what I've witnessed. But again, I cannot say that these kids do not belong with their father. I can only tell what I've seen represented in the time that I've been their principal here in this building. To this day, every time I see that lady, she thanks me for writing that letter, because she said that letter was what made the judge decide that the kids needed to stay with her, because it wasn't my place to determine whether or not he was a drug addict. That's not my business. It wasn't my place to determine whether or not the kids were going to have a better life with him. All I could talk about is what I saw and what was demonstrated in the time she was there with us. But that action of taking the extra time to write the letter to the judge, she was forever grateful for that. And that allowed me to see that what I have to say does matter. And so you got to remind yourself of these things. You got to be willing to keep the reminders. What she say? She said, yes, put it on your own calendar. Yes, you definitely got to have it on your own calendar as well. And so that's one of my strategies. I put on my calendar everything that needs to happen. In the mornings, I put on there my meditation time. I put on there my stretch time. If I'm going for a walk, some of you all are in the school system, go for a walk on your lunch break around the building. That was one of the strategies that I used when I was in the school system. But I had to begin to talk to other people to tell them about what it was that I was experiencing. And they were able to share some of the strategies that worked for them with me. And so what am I asking you to do? I'm asking you to challenge yourself by setting goals that push you beyond your comfort zone. And I'm also challenging you to receive help. Are you willing to receive help? See, a lot of us will say that we are, but then we won't. We say that we want help, but we're not willing to receive help. I have sent an email this morning and I said, reply back to this email. That's all I asked you to do. You prayed for something, you asked for something, you're trying to play bigger. You want to do a thing. Respond back to this email and tell me what it is. Let me help you. And then we talk ourselves out of it. We have all of these crazy beliefs in our head about what it's going to be, what she trying to do. She just trying to, sometimes you should just believe that people have your best interests at heart. Sometimes you should just believe that. And so as you think about what did Melissa say? Yes, now that's a hope chest, giving you hope every time you read those cards and letters. Absolutely. Absolutely. And when I go into it, oh, it just brings back so many feelings of joy. And like, I know I've made a difference. A lot of us have a purpose and we're living in the lowest level of that purpose because we're scared to play bigger. We have a purpose. We know what the purpose is, but we think that it's only one way to live in that purpose. And we also think that we have to be miserable in order to live in that purpose. And it's not true. I want you to know that it's not true. It's not true. It's not true. You got to be willing to step outside of your comfort zone. You got to be willing to take a bigger risk. I'm telling you, you are going to get a bigger reward. What is the goal that you hope to accomplish within the next 30 days? Within the next 30 days. That's right. Camille said, and if you're not in her email list, reach out for contact. You're looking at this live. You can respond in DM. I'll respond back. I'm going to be available today. That's why I sent the email out. Because I'm telling you, I woke up out my sleep with this on my spirit. And guess what? I know what it feels like because somebody helped me. Somebody did the same for me. But guess what I had to do? I had to take an action. I had to reach out. I had to be brave enough to believe that this person was going to be able to help me. And that takes bravery. That takes you being willing to believe something different than what you see in society, than what you see on these Instagram and internet streets. We can't believe that everybody's trying to scam us. Like that, to have that type of negative belief that everybody is trying to scam you, what do you think that's saying about you? What is that saying about you and what it is that you're believing? Are you the person who wakes up and is going to get a cup of water and you're thinking to yourself, oh my God, I hope I don't trip over the floor and fall and bust my head and end up in a coma for the rest of my life? Oh my God, I hope I'm not the person who, while I'm drinking my water, I choke and end up dying today. That's not normal. That's not the way we think. We think I'm going to get up, go get a cup of water, I'm going to drink it, it's going to be great, and I'm going to go on about my day. So why do you think that anytime somebody offers you help, that it's a scam, that it's something that is going to hurt you? Go and be willing to say what your goal is. You can't achieve it if you can't even articulate it. What is your 30-day goal? What's your 30-day goal? So think about, today is December 1st. It's the first day of the month. It's the first day of the week, and it's the last month of the year. There is so much that can be accomplished between December 1st and December 31st. When I say there is a lot that can be accomplished, there is an absolute lot that can be accomplished. What we've been conditioned to believe is that it takes a year in order to change, or 5 years, or 10 years. And we think about income on a yearly basis because you make 70,000 a year. You think that that's the way it works. What if that were not true? What if two truths can exist at the same time? What if some people do make 70,000 in a year, but what if some people can make 70,000 in a month, 2 months, 3 months? Do you believe that's possible for you? Or do you believe that you can only get 2 paychecks in a month? Do you believe that? And why do you believe that? It's because you never challenge yourself to think bigger than that. Do you believe that you can double your income? Do you believe that you can do more? Why don't you believe it? Some of us think that we can't do more because I work all day, I got all this going on, and I got to do this. No. Mm-mm. It's people who have done more with less time. It's people who have done more with less time. And so I'm looking forward to Camille closing her contract. She's going to close the contract by the end of the month, and it's going to be amazing. And you got to believe it. You got to step into it. And regardless as to what happens, your goal is to close the contract by the end of the month. So that means I'm moving forward as if I've closed the contract. Who do I need to talk to? What are the people? Who are the people I need to talk to? What are the messages I need to send? Who do I need? What do I need to do to attract the person that I need to attract? Camille says, thank you, Dr. D. All the contracts that I've closed came directly from your coaching. You are changing lives. We are blessed to be in this community. Big thanks. You are so welcome. And Camille, we got some more to close, girl. We got some more to close because I will tell you, I truly believe that there is an even bigger contract for you. There is, and see, that's part of the thing. I can't believe it more than you do. I believe that there is a bigger contract for you. I believe that there is a big contract that is waiting for you, but you're going to have to attract the client for that bigger contract. We're not chasing people, we're attracting them to us. And in that attraction, you got to let off that energy of solution, of support, of providing what they need. And so I believe it for you. You know, like I don't know exactly your total price of your program, but I think that you closing a 20, 30, 40, $50,000 contract, I think that would be amazing for you. I think that that would really show you and really allow you to step deeply into your value. Do we always close big contracts? No, we don't always close big contracts, but it's easier to close 4 or 5 big contracts over 12 months and then do some smaller ones, because the smaller ones, of course, are easier to close. It's easier to close a 1,200, a 1,800, a 2,800, a 3,500, a 7,500. Basically, anything under $10,000, you can close those. Anything under 10,000 is when we get to the 20,000 and more that we tend to get a little nervous. We tend to believe that that's a different ball game. The same energy that it takes to close a $2,000 contract is the same energy that it takes to close a $50,000 contract. But you got to believe that people need your $50,000 service and support. And you got to know the value that it's bringing. You can't expect them to see the value. You have to know the value. And so channel it, you know, fighting against some of those limiting beliefs. And we all have them. Believe me, trust me when I say we all have them, me included. I do my own work as well. I try to make sure I'm always listening to a podcast. I'm reading a book. I'm around people who help me to believe bigger, to dream higher, and to know that the things that I do are valuable. So I'm not just sitting here telling you what you should do, and it's not what I'm doing. That's right. Melissa says easier to close, but still has the same effort. Go big. That's right, Camille. 20,000 is the least that you're proposing. Absolutely, because that's the only thing that we're writing proposals for. Other than that, we're doing handshake, and so it's available for us. It is available for us, and there is someone who will watch this and who will think to themselves, "Wow, she's proposing $20,000." And that's on the low end, people. That's on the low end. But I'm telling you, if you can dream bigger, and in dreaming, that requires some supernatural help. So it's a difference between a dream and a goal, because a dream requires supernatural help. A goal, you put the steps together and you can do that on your own. And so for some of you all, you are dreaming a bigger dream and you're trying to do it all by yourself, and that's not the way it works. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you that is not the way that it works. Some of y'all are dreaming and trying to put the steps together to do it all by yourself, and that just truly is not the way that it works. I'm sorry, I had to turn my heater off. And so I want you to know, for those who received my email this morning, respond back, reply back. Let's talk about how I might be able to help you. I'm telling you, stop being scared to receive help. Stop being scared to receive help. Stop talking yourself out of it. Stop saying, well, I'm scared. I don't know what she's going to say. That's right. Melissa says faith without works is dead. It's absolutely dead. And at the end of the day, we all need help. We all got to do what we need to do. Hey there, strategy lady. Hey, strategy lady. She said, it sure isn't the way it works. Get your help. That's right. Get your help. Get your help. and be willing to get out of your comfort zone. Be willing to be vulnerable. I sent a quick email. It just says, you prayed for something. You asked for something. I might be part of the prayer that you asked for. Reply back to the email. I sent this to over 10,000 people. Let's see how many people respond. And this is why people don't offer their help. They'll be like, oh, they ain't gonna respond back. They'll never respond back. We got to start taking the help that's being given to us. And we got to be willing to step out of our comfort zone. We got to be willing to stretch a little bit. You got to stop letting opportunities pass you by. You need to stop letting opportunities pass you by. And we miss so many things because of fear. Fear is such a monster. And a lot of times it's not real. There is no real danger. So what is the fear? Nobody's coming to beat you down. Nobody's coming to put you out of your house. Nobody's coming to do anything. Fear means that there is a real and present danger. That's not fear that you're experiencing. A lot of times we confuse fear with excitement. We get excited about an opportunity and we confuse that for fear. Fear means that something is there to harm you and your body is defending you against that. Fear can also be, this is the way that I'm used to doing something, and now it's asking me to do something a little different. And so then fear kicks in because it's out of your comfort zone. So you need to be able to evaluate what is the fear and why is it existing? If you've been used to going to work every day for the past 20 years, getting a check on the 15th and the 30th of each month or whatever your pay dates are, and then this other person is saying there's another way to do that, and you don't have to just get a check on the 15th and the 30th, that fear kicks in to say, oh, let's keep it safe. We want to be safe with this 15th and the 30th. We want to make sure that this check comes. Guess what? You can do both. You can still get your check on the 15th and the 30th, no problem. And you can do the other thing and bring in additional income, no problem. But the fear doesn't know that. The fear is there to protect you and to keep you in your comfort zone. So I understand the fear. It was the same fears that I had. It was the same thing. I don't have time. I'm not ready yet. I can't afford this. I don't know. And guess what? That day that I made that call, I'm just so thankful that I did, because it was not what I expected. It was not what I expected. It was not. It was not. And I received everything I needed to be able to move to my next level. And I'm still grateful to this day, which is why I'm offering the same type of help to you all today. Today, not tomorrow, today. Let's stop putting stuff off. You never know. It could be something that I already got prepared that I might be able to share out. You don't know what it is. Do you even know what you need to get going? What are you struggling with? First, ask yourself, what am I struggling with? What is the challenge that I'm experiencing? Are you having a hard time getting clients? Are you having a hard time messaging? Do you know how to package your product? Is your pricing off? What is it that you're experiencing? Do you even know? Do you know how to keep clients in your pipeline? Do you know how to market? Do you know who to market to? Do you know how much you should be charging? Do you know what systems and automation you should be using? Do you know other options to bring in multiple streams of income? Maybe you're trying to get some speaking engagements. Guess what? I get speaking engagements. I got a little something I can share with you. Maybe you're trying to do you're trying to put on a live event or a retreat or a conference. I might have a little something for that. But you don't know until you ask for help, until you say what it is you're trying to do. So I gave y'all steps to how to play bigger. You're going to think about your full scope of potential. Figure out what is your full potential. What is your superpower? And then you got to, because you're not playing big, you're currently playing small. That's why I gave you the step of surrounding yourself with the reminders of your past achievements. Think about the awards, the testimonials, the positive feedback, the people you've helped. Think about all those things and begin to put it on Post-it notes, stick it around your house, do some positive affirmations, because you got to remind yourself, this is how we get to playing bigger. You don't just wake up one day and be like, oh, I'm playing bigger. All of my limiting beliefs, all of the issues that I had, all of the trauma that I didn't experience, it's all gone and I'm ready to go. That's not how it works, people. That's not how it works. So let's make it happen and then set a bigger goal. What's your goal for the month of December? Camille already said she's going to close a contract this month. Some of us don't even have a goal. Our goal is just to wake up, go to work every day, get our check and pay our bills. And I tell you, that's no way to live. That's not even living. That's just existing. So what is the goal that you have for yourself? That's your strategy lady said, nope, it's a step-by-step process, right? And a lot of people don't know the process. They have no strategy in place. They think that they're just going to bump into the solution, or they think that they're going to go to YouTube or Google and figure it out. If it was all available on Google and YouTube, it would be done. And the other interesting thing that I found, which is I shouldn't say it's funny because it's not funny, but I find it interesting that we really believe that AI, ChatGPT, Claude, all of those, while it gives you great information, that's all it is information. And I don't think that people understand the difference between information and strategy. I don't think that people understand the difference between information and universal law. I don't think that they understand the difference between information and implementation. So all of the AI tools, they are good for productivity. This is the key. At no point did they tell you that AI is your new brain. They said AI is good for productivity. It's no different than a car. Cars are good for productivity. It gets you from one place to another faster. Before that, we were using a horse. Okay, before that, we were using our feet. So then they created the car. It's a tool that you use to get you from one place to another faster. ChatGPT is used for productivity. I need to send an email. I know what the email needs to say. It's going to create it for me in 3 seconds. I need to create a marketing campaign. I know what the marketing campaign needs to be around. It's going to line up the process for me. That's only information. It's like your assistant. You tell your assistant what to do. Hey, go send an email. Hey, go take care of this. Hey, go return that phone call. Hey, go do this. It's an assistant. It does not have the vision for your business. It does not have the vision for how you serve your clients. It cannot tell you how to get the result that you need to give. It can only give you information. And a lot of people are using AI, following the information that is given you, and then you're mad that your business is not doing what it said it would do. It's only giving you information. And so when we realize that, she said, girl, you have to go from strategy to implementation, right? I absolutely love ChatGPT. When I say it is great for productivity, but people are confusing the idea that it's for productivity and not for vision. It's not for creating your dream. Some people are trying to make it do things, and it's gonna give you what you ask it for, but it can only give you at the level of what you give it. If you give it low input, it's gonna give you low output. If you give it trash, it's going to give you trash. But some people think that AI is a person, that ChatGPT can create the vision for you, can help you to walk through it. That's not what it's there for. And it's not human. It's only giving you information. And so look here, Melissa. Melissa, now you talking my language. She said it doesn't have my anointing and my delivery. And you know why it doesn't, Melissa? Because at the end of the day, ChatGPT, Claude, all of these AI things, while we love them, they are helpful. I encourage you to use them. They do not have a soul. See, that's the difference. We have a soul. And because we have a soul, it allows us to feel things and to understand things at a level that ChatGPT, Claude, all of those, they can never do. They can never replicate it because it does not have a soul. And so, just like Melissa said, it doesn't have her anointing and it doesn't have her delivery because it does not have a soul. It does not understand emotions because it has never had a feeling. And so when we understand that, we'll be able to know how to use these AI tools to move us forward. But there are some people who are thinking, oh, I'm just using AI and it's telling me what I need to do. That's why we're staying stuck. We're staying stuck because we're thinking that a piece of technology is going to help us to walk in our vision, to understand our vision, to cast our vision, to grow our vision. And it's not. It's not. So, again, those who want the help, send me a DM, send me a response to my email, send me a message. I'm here today. I'm here today. And I got time on my calendar this week. We do some amazing things over here. Don't talk yourself out of it. You never know how it might work out for you. You never know what people have in store for you. And I like to give people a reward for action, me myself, because I know that wealth and success love speed. And so you don't have to sit here